So an update on the HUGELKULTUR beds. I have to apologise for the background noise you always hear. It sounds like bad filming, but it's actually the cicadas. I can't film in the sun without the cicada noise. So we have, I can't remember if that's cabbage or cauliflower there without looking. That's going to seed. I've harvested so many beetroot, and that's the last of this year's, still growing. I've harvested melons, not from this side but from the raised bed. This is gardening in a heat wave. I've only just watered all this last night and it's early the next morning. I have strawed them up more. They're looking very frail. Some broccoli here that I have reseeded in there as well, but that's last year's cut back and that regrows. As you see, it's got new growth. I've just messed around with this bed, strawed it all up. This is kohlrabi and collard. Haven't harvested any kohlrabi yet. I should have shown you the cover off. I think you could probably see lots of kohlrabi in there. And I harvested so much collard yesterday. I always leave the heads and then they will regrow more. This bed's finished. This was zucchini, finished there. This, as you can see, I've just strawed everything up. This is one best way to help plants in a heat wave. Just keep strawing up, protect the roots as much as possible. It also keeps your watering in. So I believe we have endive on the end, and then we have two types of spinach here. This one seems to be growing flat for some reason. I don't know what that one is. And then here this is doing really well. And then here, this is where I transplanted the corn salad. That's coming to an end now, but I wanted to have it reseed here in this big bed. This is where I grow lettuce normally. As you can see, there's lettuce gone to seed there, so they'll drop their seeds in here. So I want the corn salad to drop its seeds in this bed. And again, I've just re-strawed up. This is aubergine or eggplant. I've had quite a lot of there. They're quite tall. And here's another bed of the same. The bottles around the edge are because some animal, I think it's rabbit, seems to be digging in there. So for now I just put bottles round. Seems to help. We have the last of the chard. I've got chard in so many places in the garden, so this was just odd ones. All the tomatoes finished in this bed, and this I leave this grid. I leave this growing grid up all the time. So as soon as you plant tomatoes in there, we've got something to wrap around. So no need for stakes. So that stays there for next time. This is peppers. Now I water every night, late at night, the HUGELKULTUR beds. Then early in the morning I water the rest of my garden. And these, when I came down last night, were literally dead. they were dead. So don't think things are, just as I say, add loads of straw and that will contain the water and keep the roots far from the sun. So they've perked up today. I haven't watered since I only watered again last night. So, and we've got a heat wave here. It's in the mid-40s at the moment, which I think is something like 105 Fahrenheit. So yeah, very hot. Nothing here now. This was a revived plant. I think these are yellow, like jalapeno peppers, yellow ones. And that's the only plant I've got left of that. So again, I've bundled up more straw. Nothing in the next bed that's finished. It's amazing what I can keep going in the high heat of summer, really. And then more peppers, which again I've strawed up this morning. Obviously, the more you water, the more your soil wears away. And these were supposed to be spinach or endive, but I think they're actually nightshade, and they're the nightshade you can eat. So don't worry about that. Nothing growing in here now. Again, another broccoli bed. And then the oriental spinach, which had finished last year, seems to have reseeded itself. So I've just put a bit of straw on top of that. And then one more eggplant or aubergine bed, which again I've just strawed up. This is doing quite well. Most of this bed died off because of the weird sudden change of temperature we had. We suddenly had cold that we'd never had before, temperatures. So, but they're doing alright. If you can hear in the background, we've got loads of fire helicopters going, and there's one of the biggest ever fires in Cyprus at the moment. You can see from my house, and you may well have seen it on the news. And I'll just put in a shot of how big an area the fires are covering here, width and height of the island. So I hope you enjoyed this. Look out for videos of growing in my other areas. Until next time, as always, Meraki.